Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Nice wild brown. Good morning, friends. Today's fishing adventure is coming to you from Big Hunting Creek. It's a small tailwater in central Maryland in the Catoctin Mountain National Park. I'm going to start in a section they call the canyon. It's pretty narrow, maybe 20 feet wide in most places. A lot of pocket water, fast riffles and runs, but there will be a few pools. My fishing pole today is a 7.5 foot 3-weight, and I'm going to start with dry flies, but I've got some nymphs I can hang off of them in a little while if I need to. So let's get rigged up, go find some fish. Just talked to this young man in this Volkswagen here from down in DC. He's going to be nymph fishing it, putting in right here, wading up. So I'll go down here to the creek and hike downstream a bit, then dry fly fish it back up here to where we're parked. And there's the water. It's looking good. Now, I don't think I mentioned at the truck, but the fish in here, wild browns. Most of them probably 8 to 10 inches. Of course, we've got a chance to get something bigger, but you know, we could always get something smaller too. So I like this pool right here to start. I'm still in the canyon. It's about 50 feet long, maybe 20 feet wide up there. I can't tell how deep it is, but it looks like it's going to be deep enough. And I think I just saw a fish rise in these bubbles coming right down through the middle of this chute. So I'm going to sneak up here, see if I can't get him to come up. Right up there, you see the middle of this run where those bubbles are still formed? Let me get up here. Not too deep close to me, but it could be 2 plus 3 feet deep up there. So I'll throw a few casts halfway first, just in case there's something a little closer. But I think my money shot is halfway up this run here. That's a good drift, but probably need to go about another 8 or 10 feet. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Decent fish. Nice wild brown. And a jumper, too. Get down here with a net. All right, beautiful fish. Okay, I like this next little pool, but I'll get a better drift. Be able to cast a little better from over here. Just kind of have to sneak down over here. Work my way in to where those bubbles are coming around that rock. There we go. Oh, nice. Nice one. Ah, he got it out of his mouth. Probably another 10-incher. Not bad. Had him on long enough that he's definitely not coming back up. And is this pool big enough to have a couple of fish? Nah, I'm thinking probably not, but I'll throw out here for another few drifts anyway. Now these little pools and pockets are fun to fish. Not always easy, but you don't have to be too stealthy. Not making long casts, just gonna drift this little foam caddis, balloon head caddis, to the left of this fast water, and then I'll sneak up there and drift it to the right of it. So a few drifts here over to the left, and then I'll get a little bit closer in and drift it over there to the right. The right's a little harder because I've got to reach so that my fly line doesn't, or none of my line gets down in the water, or it will drag immediately. So you just kind of dab it out there and reach to keep your line off the water. Try to get a natural drift through there, and sometimes they'll come up for it. There's one. All right, now we got a little 8-incher. That was a cool take though. Not even 8. Maybe a little 6-incher. Pretty fish though. All right, get on back in there, little guy. So this kind of water is fun. Not likely to find any big fish in this little stretch, but instead of walking by it, I'll still just throw my fly out there. Drift it right down the fast water, right on the sides along where the slow water meets the fast water. Just try to get a little good drift, and you know, you'll get some in here every now and then. Look at that. I saw that guy come up for it. Looked like he was rejecting it, and then he just took it. And got it in his mouth. Had him on for a second. Not a whole lot to him, but it was fun to watch it. Be cool if I got it on video. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. That was a quick take. I need a net for this little guy. I don't think so. I'm a balloon caddis. Another little 6-incher maybe. Pretty bright red spots. Get on back in there, little guy. Well, that was pretty fun. Now I just tied on a new fly. It's number 18, palmered mayfly. It really doesn't have a name. It doesn't really look like anything, but it's got a tail. So it's a mayfly, and the body is just palmered grizzly hackle, size 18. So it could be a small mayfly, could be a midge. Now it's not the optimal fly to float through fast water like this, because, well, I can't see it very well, and can the fish see it? I don't know, maybe. But I've got some slower pools up there, so that's why I tied it on. But before I move on up there, I will just drift it through this a little bit, you know, just kind of hope for the best. If I can see it a little bit, maybe the fish can see it. Well, they'll probably be able to see it better than I can. But it's worth a few drifts through this little run right here. There we go. Oh, that was a decent fish. Hooked him long enough to lift him up out of the water and out of that hole. Relocated him downstream a little bit. But I am surprised he saw this little fly in that fast water. All right, I've gone back to my standard Hellcare Caddis. So let's drift this little thing through this seam right here. See if we can't find anything on this side of that tree. And if we don't, we'll go up other side of it. All right, that's a good drift. I can get some nice drifts through here. There's a little guy. He was on for a second or so, so he's not coming back up, but there could be another one in there. He wasn't too big. There could be a bigger one. Always optimistic. There he is. Maybe this guy's a little bigger. Not a whole lot, but big enough for the net. And he's got a lot of yellow on him. Pretty fish. Pretty standard little wild brown here for the big hunting creek. Get on back in there, big guy. Little guy. Maybe he'll be a big guy someday. There's a little guy. He's off. It's all good. This is a pretty cool little pool. I don't have to be too stealthy. I can just come up here and drift this little caddis right back to me. Easy peasy. There we go. All right, downstream, through the chutes. Not too big, but big enough for the net. Hook is out of him. Yeah, I didn't need a net for this little guy. He's about 6 inches, but pretty. Get on back in there, little guy. So little spots like this, I've been hitting them. Now they're low probability, but you know, not zero probability. So it's worth about a minute of your time to drift your little fly and down through there. Sometimes you'll get one. Like right there. All right, settle down, little guy. Pretty little brown on the balloon caddis. All right, get on back there, little guy. Here's a nice looking run up here. Shouldn't be too hard to fish. I can just come right up here, drift this balloon caddis, this little foam caddis, right through these riffles. There we go, look at that. Oh, solid fish. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He went way downstream on me. Almost got this guy on the reel. Oh, he is solid. I'm gonna have to find some slack water for him. Oh, this is the biggest fish of the day. Oh yeah. Get over here in that slack water and I will net you, buddy. Beautiful fish. All right, I like this guy. Quick look for the camera. He's a couple inches longer than the watch band, so he might be 11. All right, that's a beautiful fish. All right, get on back in there, big guy. Wow, that was a fun fish. Not huge, but he felt like he was a Savage River brown. So, got a lot more water like that on the next couple hundred yards till we get up here to the President's Pool. That's probably about as far as I'm gonna go this afternoon. But yeah, we'll keep at it. Maybe we can get a couple more. All right, I got two decent little slots up here. Straight in front of me and then over here to the right. Not too hard to fish because it's fast enough riffled water. I can get pretty close. I'm gonna start with the one on the right. Just float this balloon caddis right down there in that fast water and along the edges of it. There's one. He's all right. Look at that. Ooh, where's he going? Hasn't come up yet. There he did a little bit. All right. Decent fish. Definitely worth the net. All right, hook is out of him. Pretty little fish. That might be a 9-incher. Get on back in there, little guy. All right, it is now after 6. I've been here since noon. Starting to get a little dark, and I've got a long drive home. So while I fish this next little stretch, it's about 50 yards or so, let's do a hat giveaway. Since I've gotten enough fish today to make a video, probably gotten 10 fish, I don't know, maybe a couple more. Yeah, let's do the hat giveaway now. And if you're in the US and would like to win the Savage Flies embroidered hat, what I've been wearing all day, not this exact one, I have clean ones. I just thought of this, so leave a comment and tell us, and I don't think we've done this one before, tell us what your favorite song of all time is. Mine is, it's still gotta be Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower. You know, I like Bob Dylan's version too, I think, but Jimi Hendrix just crushed it. But also, you know, in the last few years or so, I've been listening to a lot more 40s music, Glenn Miller and those kind of things. And Chattanooga Choo Choo is one of my, it's moving up there to the top. I love that song. I don't know why, I love it every time they play it. So that's it, my friends. Just leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite song of all time is. Any genre, whatever you like. And in a few days, I'll go to the random comment picker and pick a winner and give you a hat. All right, I think this is going to be my last hole of the day, whether I get a fish or not. But I've got a nice riffle filling this little pool right here, and there's a big undercut bank over there. Going with a pretty realistic fly, it's that number 18 palmered mayfly. So this water's a little bit too slow for that big balloon caddis. So I think this mayfly will be the right choice here. So I'm gonna sneak up here and see if I can't find a fish. So that undercut bank over there could be promising. Got trees to my left, so I've got to be a little bit careful here. But I can cast over my right shoulder. sneak down here. Okay, we'll let it drift down through the middle first, and then I'll slowly work my way to where, you know, closer to the undercut over there. Oh, that was a nice take. Came out from under the bank, porpoised on it, and did not get it. There's no way he rejected that thing. He was just, how did he miss it? It wasn't even going that fast of water though. There we go. That's the spot where he came up for it last time. Good drift. There he is. Oh, nice fish too. Holy cow. Holy cow. This is a solid fish. Oh, he's a jumper. Almost had to get him on the reel there. Oh, he's trying to go back under that bank. Come on, buddy. Wanting to play a little bit of line. How big is this guy? Is this my first 15-incher out of Big Hunting Creek? It might be. He is solid. Come on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, buddy. Nah, I don't think he's 15, but he's a slab. Come on now. Come on, buddy. All right. All right. He's 12 or 13. Let's get this hook out of him here. That was a fun fish, too. See that guy right there? Tattoo is 13, and he gets just to the edge of the tattoo. So I'm going to call this guy 13 right there. Holy cow, that was fun. And I'm keeping my word. That was indeed my last hole of the day. I'm walking back to the truck now. The gnats are still out though. But it has been a good day. That's the third fish over 10 inches. And I will bet I got a dozen today. I kind of quit counting early on. But yeah, been a really fun day. Now the hike back to the truck, then a couple-hour drive through the Beltway. Never fun. But I appreciate you watching, everybody. Y'all take care and see you next time.